I think my boyfriend is a cannibal. Quotes, a serious true experience. My boyfriend is pretty normal for the most part. There's nothing really wrong with him except his strange obsession with my skin. Anytime he touches my skin, even the slightest touch, he smells and licks his fingers. Sometimes when we play fight, he literally licks me. Whoa. He constantly gives me hickeys, not an intimate way at all. He will randomly just start sucking on my skin anywhere in my body until it leaves a mark. One specific day in the middle of the night, when I was sleeping, I woke to a sharp pain on my shoulder. I looked over and my boyfriend's literally biting a chunk into my shoulder. He left a big bite mark. Next morning, he told me he didn't remember doing that and that he was just sleep moving. When we are getting intimate, there's not one time where he doesn't bite my woman area and breasts. When I ask him why he does these things, he never really gives me a clear answer. He just says that I'm so cute. I don't think I believe him. Do you guys really think he's a cannibal or something, or is he just weird? I did not read this before I clicked on it.
I got something else. I had something similar happen to me, but it was kind of different. It was with like James Charles and whatnot. So
Not bad. Do you have a story? Do you have a story? Do you have a story? Do you have a story?
no, I can't find it.
Okay. I can read a second one. I got another one. Wait, what the hell? Some scary stories is Am I the asshole? Okay. Help me, Reddit. Am I the asshole? My husband, male 26, pretends I'm F24 invisible as a joke. I hate it. Let me start by saying I love my husband, Jeremy, very much. I mean, Jeremy? He's my best friend. We started dating in high school. I never so much as looked at anybody else. The best day of my life is when he proposed to me, followed by our wedding day, which was exactly as I planned it, and like a wonderful fairy tale come true. And honestly, married life has only gotten better. I love being so close with Jeremy, having him come home to arms every morning. What is constantly chatting throughout the day, and knowing where he always is and what he's always doing. I've never felt so close and warm with someone, and I'm loving it. However, Jeremy has started doing this thing where he pretends he can't see or hear me. It's driving me insane. Like, I'll call him or say something, he won't answer, or even turn around. I'll raise my voice louder, and I'm practically shrieking, and he still won't respond. Eventually, I'll get up in his face and shake his arm. He'll say, "Oh, sorry, honey, I must have switched off for a minute," or something stupid like that. He used to do it once in a while. At first saying it was a joke. He's walked into the bedroom and got into bed without acknowledging me. Then I called up to him, he remained unresponsive, and then he'd say, "Gotcha." I was pretending to be really invisible. See how long I could hold out. I played around the first few times, but he grew old really fast on me. And I told him I hate it and needs to stop doing this. "Relax, honey, I'm only teasing ya," he'd say. If anything, he's doing it even more, especially since our car crash a few days ago. Things have honestly been in a haze since then. I know he definitely came to visit me in the hospital once, so I don't want to be too harsh on him, but I was released soon after, and he didn't even come to pick me up. I didn't even have a proper clothes to wear home. The nurses told me I don't need any. I could just leave my hospital gown, which was weird, but okay. So I went home by myself. Luckily, we didn't live that far off and waited for him. He came home. I jumped up to hug him, and he looked right through me. I called him, but he wouldn't respond. He left the living room where I was, turned the light off as he left, leaving me in the dark. That really freaked me out. What should I do, Reddit? How can I make him see me? This is driving crazy. I love him so much. Can't you understand? He's destroying me like this. Is that supposed to be, she was supposed to be a ghost? What the hell? Some guy in the comments, "Hello, my name is Agent D with the Federal Bureau of Paranormal and Extraterrestrial Investigation, FBPEI. What the hell? Bro, this guy is like, "We believe that you may have died. Your soul simply hasn't passed on." What kind of goofy Goobatron is this?
Okay, I
You
got a
have a
story.
story? Okay.
All right.
I just heard a man in a distance say, "Achoo."
The name of this story is Who's in My Bed? A
Oh no.
father a father went to say goodnight to his 7-year-old son, very well knowing that if he didn't, his son would have terrible sleeping. It was a nightly routine between them. He entered the dimly lit room when there was his son waiting under the blanket. With the first glance of his father could tell there was something unusual about his son tonight, but couldn't put his finger on it. He looked the same, but he had a grin that drew from ear to ear. You okay, buddy? The father asked. The son nodded, still with the grin, before saying, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. The father chuckled a bit before getting on his knees to check, only to satisfy his son. There, under the bed, pale and afraid, was his son, his real son. He whispered, Daddy, there's someone on my bed.
Bro, I'm a little bit scared now. Actually, though, dude, I'm getting a little bit paranoid if someone's in my closet.
Bro, check.
I'm not checking, I'm scared. Also, I don't want to get up. Oh, my health
Okay, I got
down
another.
15 paragraphs. Okay, you read it, you read it.
I got another story. This one is called Our Mother's Call. A
What is
daughter
it
was in
called?
his room. A mother's call. A daughter was in her room upstairs doing her homework when suddenly she heard her mother call to come down for dinner. She jumped onto her feet and began making her way towards the stairs. But even before she even took a step, hands grabbed her and pulled her into the laundry room beside the staircase. She panicked before realizing it was her mother, her real mother. Alright, it's basically the same one. Goofy,
How about
huh?
the devil's ATM? Oh my gosh, dude, this thing's huge. Guy wrote a book. Should I read it?
Yeah.
The devil's ATM. Hold on, babe. I just gotta run by the ATM before we pay, I said. Can't just use the card, Jess? Alexander asked me exasperatedly, I mean. The card machine said it was out of order. When we walked in, I told him, okay, fine. I'll be over here looking at these wallets while you go. What kind of, what? What? He replied. As I walked down the stairs to my designated area for the ATM machine, I noticed the red glow pulsating slowly, and my feet left the bottom step into the dark gray carpet. I felt like I'd left the planet altogether. The red light clashed with the white tile on the walls and felt like I was in a hot box. Surely the lights aren't heated. I felt the need to run, go back up to the store and tell Alexander we weren't buying a damn thing today. But he was already stressed with us relocating for his new job. He was being promoted in the firm and needed a few nicer items for his wardrobe. He told me I was being silly and that if I hadn't wanted to come, I should have stayed home. I took a deep breath and started moving forward. I fumbled around my purse, my wallet, and the muted red light. I managed to find my debit card. I inserted with intentions of withdrawing $200. The screen lit up with green letters. Withdraw? Deposit? Check balance? I pressed the button by withdrawal. Amount? Question mark? The machine questioned as it hummed lightly and made me put the $200 amount in. I expected it to just give me my money when it did something peculiar. What will you give me in return? What? I muttered to myself. I tried to cancel the transaction, but this machine was not giving me my card back. I felt like I pressed every button, and it still asked, "What will you give me in return?" I banged my fist against the screen. I felt like I was having a bad dream. This was, needless to say, the weirdest thing I've ever experienced, and one of the most upsetting. How could I give this stupid machine anything? What? Why was it even asking me this? What do you want? I shouted. Get out of my house or I'm calling the cops. Just your soul, said a hairy voice. I looked around frantically and saw no one. For $200? I said incredulously. Not that I was going to give whatever the hell this was my soul anyway, but surely it was something more than $200 for any amount of money or anything else you want, it said. No, no, I can't do that. I said, really, are you sure? It asked. Yes, I'd like to keep my soul. No, thank you, I told it. Very well then, it said. While promptly returning my debit card, I quickly grabbed it with shaky hands and ran as fast as I could back up the stairs. Nearly plowed at Alexander. Pause. Down, down, and I reached the top. Jeez, Jess, are you all right? He asked. I think so, I told him. I was drenched in sweat so badly my hair was wet. What happened? I was looking at walls, and before I realized it, an hour passed, he said. The ATM is broken. It was so hot down there, I didn't want to come back without money, but it wouldn't give me my card back for a while. I trailed off. Don't worry, Jess. I'll get them to hold the clothes and we'll go down to the bank drive tomorrow, okay? Or no, we'll go to the bank drive through, okay? He assured me. It seemed like he was a million miles away. I nodded weakly and let him walk me to the car. The cool air outside gave me a chill. Are you sure nothing else happened? He questioned. Yeah, it was so hot I think I maybe got a little dehydrated, I said with a faint smile. Alexander got the money, then
We
ran me
don't
through.
soul containers.
Alexander got the money, then ran me through the drive-through for a drink. When we went inside to pay for his clothes, I sat in the car wondering what the hell had just happened to me. The ATM really asked me for my soul. Either way, either way, I could. Either way, bro, his story is ass, bro. 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 Oh my
Hell no.
Oh my gosh. Either way, I knew I could never tell Alexander. He'd think I was crazy. He's one of those people that didn't believe anything he didn't see with his own eyes. It's been about a year, and the thought of my experiences still makes me uncomfortable. I don't even think about going to that store anymore. I haven't until just recently. What was strange when I went in there is that there wasn't even a stairwell there. No signs there was an ATM, and none of the stairs of the staff even knew what I was talking about. When I asked what happened to the ATM room downstairs,
Dang.
bro, that story was that.
I got a story.
Okay, okay.
Uh, I work at my nearby McDonald's. It's about a 5-minute walk, so I didn't really mind walking to work. But there was this guy there. He was homeless, and I'm pretty sure he lived around the area. So I always waved to him. Sometimes I even gave him my tips. He seemed nice enough. He didn't really say much though. But ever since a week ago, he started looking at me weirdly, and then he just kept on getting weirder. One day I was heading to work, and I just did my normal routine. I waved at him. But when I got closer, he grabbed me and he said, "Don't go to work anymore." And I shit myself and never went. Well, you got a story, Jojo?
Wait, you have another story? Or is that the story?
No, I don't have a story.
Was that an actual story you were reading?
True story.
True story. True story. Bro. Okay, 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 I got one.
Right.
Run. Run. And if you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, don't stop. It's only been hours since everyone on Earth, as far as I can tell, heard those same words. I was already walking through the park when I heard them. After seeing what happens, I won't be stopping anytime soon. It's been 2 hours now. I've kept walking. Tired, but stopping is not an option. Some people try driving, but the act of getting in the car requires stopping, even for the briefest moment. And as those already driving, when they heard the rules, soon found out it's impossible to move indefinitely in a vehicle. Especially in a crowded city, their screams kept me moving. It's been 4 hours now, and I'm exhausted. The only thing pushing me forward being the fear of what awaits when I stop. Yes, I mean when. Proven of plenty of those around me. Eventually, I'll have to stop. Some have just given up, accepting their fate, only to immediately regret the decision. Some just couldn't take the screams anymore, and most simply, don't see the point of continuing. And with every step, I'm starting to become more and more like the latter. It's only been about 6 hours, and for the first time, I saw what happens up close. I was walking aimlessly down a alley, trying to get away from the madness, when I saw a young man with no more than 16 crying. It didn't even register me at first till the eye contact with me. He had stopped moving. His eyes were bloodshot, and not just whites around his pupils. I mean, the entirety of his eyes were crimson reds. Black tears streamed down his expressionless face, and he smiled. A wide, toothy smile that would scream joy if it wasn't followed by an animalistic screams. That would give you the biggest horror, fanatic nightmares. I wish I could say witnessing this dying moments was the most horrific thing to happen to me today, but then it hit me. Realization that I had stopped moving. Uh, oh me, oh my. I just
Gremlin.
trembling.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think James Charles broke into my house at 3 a.m. right now.
No, not again. I'm scared for you. Bro, these aren't
Oh
even good
no.
stories. Should we look for real stories?
Probably. When do you wanna boom?
What?
What?
What did you say? Hello?
Hello, this is definitely not James Charles.
James Charles, let him go. Let him go.
I don't know what you're talking about, sister.
Bro, I went to real scary stories, and the first thing, my girlfriend and I were attacked by a ghost. My family has a long history of being able to see and feel ghosts. Dude, how is this a real story? Somebody give us an award. Bro. Too golly. We
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. Hell? Dude, I didn't even make that noise. What the fuck?
Bro, this has been
Did you hear that?
Wally the Wendigo. What?
Did you hear that? That sounded like a gunshot outside my house.
Look out the curtain, bro.
What?
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything. Look at the curtain.
I'm scared. Look at the curtain, bro. My cat reacted to it too.
Bro, turn on your camera and then point it out the window. Like on the call.
On the call?
Mm-hmm.
Scared, man. That was actually really close to my house. It sounded like.
Bro, is that James Charles up there?
No! Wally the Wendigo was gonna run.
Alright, this has been Wally the Wendigo. And subscribe and donate us some money right now if you want to right now.
You don't will cry every single day for the rest of our lives.
That's actually true. I've seen it before.
That's it, before, dude.
Alright.